All right, today's episode, 53 Ford. We're getting it out. We're going to get something done with it. You're going to see some action.
Go show the front why we had to cut the chain, Mary. Yeah, it's too close.
I'm not the one pulling it. I didn't put the chain on there.
Did we screw up the car? Not the Ford, the other Ford. The
Yeah,
Mercury.
it's dented in. It matches. It matches
You know, Mary.
You're like an inch and a half from the wall, but you didn't hit anything.
I'm not trying to make the backyard a demolition derby, you know. I love how you just watch me like, am I gonna make it? And you're like, well, we'll see.
I'm trying to film at the same time.
All right. So, all the tomfoolery.
Look at our prizes.
All the tomfoolery was just to get this car where I can work on it. I have some welding.
We've been at it for the last 2 hours.
I have some welding to do. I've got some brake work to do. I don't want to put the Capri in the rain. I've gone over this with you guys before. My shop is big enough for some projects, not what I have.
It's just big enough
Yeah, it's just enough.
for all the
Anyways, we'll
projects we
swing the
have.
car back around. We'll have it positioned. I think that's going to be the end of our day. I think
To put the trailer back
I
up
think
in.
between banging that car into that car and you know, all the horsing around, we probably had enough for today. So we are going to pressure wash this, get on it, show you. You know what? Let's do it now. Let's walk around while we got daylight. Let's give it a once over. hood opener.
It's got two-factor authentication, and the second factor is really messing with him.
Whoa. Okay.
Did you not remember your pet's first name? Your first pet's name?
Yeah, what high school did you go to?
Yeah.
Your first car, favorite food. Why don't the AI just take over and be done with it, and then we don't have to do anything?
They're doing a slow crossover, okay?
This is Detroit steel, easy to remove. Every time you move it, it gets lighter.
Yep.
Okay, so
Like I said when we weren't filming, I said, "Dad, where's the floor of your the car?" And
today, Junior, what are you saying?
I'm struggling. I said, "Where's your floor?" And then I said, "Oh, we just swept it up."
All right, so let me show you some custom issues. Scooch over.
Oh, sheesh.
Okay.
We also got a towel inside. I don't know if you saw it.
I don't know.
Old Disneyland
Okay, let's
towel.
talk about this gem. So I had this bright idea a few years ago to make this into a gambler car. And the rules were not spend $500 or less. Well, I'm at $500 and I have a lot of less here. This car is not very good. I bought a 1986 Ford pickup for $175. It was 4-wheel drive. It runs. It didn't run. It had a bad number 5 cylinder. Somebody just destroyed that cylinder. It had a head gasket issue or something. Anyways, so then I found another. I had 306. I found another 300 in the paper for, I don't know, a few $100. It's a runner too. Turned out it was a lie. That one had a head gasket problem, but it was less. And it turned out to be a 240. So I put 300 guts in a 240 because the crank and rods were good in one and the pistons were good in the other. And I put the two together and I put the one head on that I thought was the better of the group. And I never got it to run yet. It's got Protronics. It's got that homemade intake manifold. A spacer for the carburetor because the carburetor I bought from eBay didn't fit there, so I made my own. I don't know. It looks like it'll work like it looks like garbage. I got a new starter on this. Just so you know, if you ever have a valve cover for these, they're not all the same. And I threw away a bunch of the crap when I was done putting the engine in before I made it run. And the other valve cover I put on there was hitting the rockers. So
the one time you don't save your garbage?
Yeah, I didn't save my stuff. All right, I was on a cleanup mood. Anyway, so then I put this chrome jobby on there, the Chinese chromium, and it was supposed to work, but I've never had it running yet, and it is rusty as hell just because we're in Washington. I do not have a power steering pump for it. That was missing off the truck when I got it. Otherwise, it's the Ford truck master brake cylinder and all that. And the steering, if you look here on the old Ford 53 stuff, I welded that coupler into the box and I just welded all that together. And, I think it worked out pretty good,
I remember that was a frustration too.
And then I did frame on frame because that was pretty good for me. It was easy. Again, I was trying to do this on a budget.
And it gave you a couple extra inches.
Yeah, I wanted it badass, I was going to go off-roading. Yeah, anyways, let's show you the car. Let's walk around. As I said in the opener, flathead was originally it had an overdrive, 3-speed overdrive. This is junk, okay? Yes, I've cut the firewall. Oh no. It turned out that was about the only part left. Because
yeah.
there wasn't anything left. In fact, let me show you when I close the door. This is a hoot.
Oh yeah.
Not too much fell out. It's still solid. I mean, this is a good old car.
We've been doing it for years. He jokingly said once, that'll be your punishment when you get in trouble next. You got to go outside and open and close the doors till it stops dropping rust.
The interior's original. The seats are original. It had an aftermarket air conditioning that I actually traded to a guy for that upright video game in the back. I had a video on that if you want to watch it.
It was all covered in plastic too, but of course that just traps the moisture in.
Yeah. I've had the seat out. It still has this plastic covering on it. You'd see it at your grandmother's house, well, great-grandmother's house.
Yeah, on her couch and over her table.
And this had the vents in the back. The glass has been changed to, it had air conditioning, like I said, so it's got green glass. This has the additional bumper deals that somebody added onto it. long ago. Got a cute little trailer hitch. You can see underneath. Let's go underneath. So if you're ever going to have to shorten the frame on a truck, this is the way I did it. Let me show you on the side what I ended up doing. Let me close this so the rest doesn't fall on our face. Watch out, Roland. We're not going for a ride in this one, bud.
Not yet.
So you come down here. Oh, there it is.
What's the rag for?
That's the floor, kiddo.
Oh, well.
That fell out. This is where I welded. I welded it together. And then you can see I welded the frame on the frame over top to, that's my stiffening bar. So what I ended up doing is I didn't have to mess with anything on the front, the drive line, nothing. I just cut it there. I think I only had to take out like 3 inches or something. It was pretty minor. So by doing that, all I had to do was shorten the drive line to match. And I shortened it at the rear, so I just cut that difference out, put it back together, realign it. Is it perfect? No. The time I'm done putting big tires and stuff on it, it's not gonna matter. So this is, these things used to be popular more in the 80s and 90s, I would think. People, rednecks, you know, rednecks. They would put cars on truck frames and stuff. And anyways, I hadn't done one, so.
Wait, turn around. Oh yeah, that's a redneck.
Oh, yeah, I'm a redneck. Yeah, I just live in the city.
How's mine? Not very red.
You're a brown neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll develop it. It'll take
Anyway,
time.
so 4-speed, the T, whatever those things were in 86, granny low, 306, kind of more of a 240 with the way its guts are involved. I've painted the engine. I've had it all apart. I put the, like I said, I put all used parts back, but I put the two together to make one. What we've got left to do, radiator, wiring. This is a 6-volt positive ground car, so I'll have to manufacture some wiring for it. And over there, the master brake, I don't have the pedal hooked up. I don't have any sort of clutch figured out yet. There's the clutch lever there, and then we gotta have to manufacture all the clutch linkage down to there. It was hydraulic originally, and I have all that in there, so I've got to figure out how to make that work or do mechanical, which is a someday something gonna do.
Why am I tripping on your hood opener?
I don't know. And then I gotta go to the junkyard or something and find a Ford power steering deal for this so that it'll connect back up. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get it moved around the rest of the way because we're not tired enough. And I'll probably try to pressure wash it yet tonight before it gets dark. And then I guess the next thing to do is we'll try to get it to run, just so we know that it's good. If not, I'm gonna have to go find a little V8 or something maybe. I don't know. These 6s are hard to find now. The other day I was saying about those Chevy 6s when we went, just so you know, that was our most popular video so far when we went to the scrap with a 6-cylinder engine. Anyway, these Ford ones are harder to find, at least I've found that. And I don't want to have to buy a whole nother vehicle to try to get what I need, so.
Where would we put it anyway?
What's that? Oh, another vehicle?
Yeah, just got it.
Yeah, I know where there's one for $300. It was running, but these two engines were running, you know. And that goes to show you, if you don't run and drive them, like start, compression, test them, you know, do all the stuff, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah,
so.
from our Friday video a couple weeks ago, testing all of the tuning tools, the engine tuning tools. Maybe bring that with you.
Well, tuning is one thing, but yeah, I mean, the hard parts have got to be good. And both of these had head gasket problems. What happens is people run these, and then when they get hot, they just keep going. Well, then it scores the cylinders, and it
Burns your gaskets.
Yeah, the gaskets are gone, and then they just shut them off, and they both sat with water in them and stuff. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a challenge. So just a minute ago, Mary caught me out here working. Sometimes I sneak out here. As you saw, I was building a battery box. I made it just a little bit bigger than the current battery I have because I was hoping to get a bigger one. So I measured a bigger one so that anyway. We are going to wire this solenoid up. I went and bought a new solenoid. These are 24 bucks now, which is, it's stupid. Anyways, a Chinese made person get it for me. I got to figure out where this is going. This on these Fords, it goes to the starter. This has got an S on it and an ignition that'll send 12 volts to the ignition, but we don't have a point system or anything, so this is electronic conversion. Anyways, I put that and the other cable on there. Probably run it up the back. I need to make a ground cable to this one. I think I have one in here. Yeah, it's been shortened up, so I'll have to find a ground cable. Then we're going to put a gas tank on it. I've got this old key switch. The original stuff in this Ford was 6 volt positive ground, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. On these you got power in, ignition, and then the start. So I'll make a simple one so we can operate it from under here, make it work, make it run. Then the next part, as we mentioned earlier, was clutch and brake, and then obviously all the sheet metal inside. So let's get going. So Mariana's the best, you know. She's my third daughter. I had practice on the other two. Sorry the other two didn't work out as good as Mary, but man, that was nice. You know, now I can hit my elbow all day. So I've got this cable I found, and I'd said this earlier on a video. It's not hoarding if you use it. It's smart.
Before you die?
Well, it's just you're prepared. Be prepared. But if you never use it, then you're just a hoarder. Anyways, if you want to bring your camera over here, Mary, you can see exactly where this is going to go. There's a cute little spot right there. Do you see that spot? Where this will go on, and then that'll reach right there to the deal. And I'm going to run the red one in behind like that. It's actually turned out pretty nice. I was going to kind of like, you know, throw this together without doing it permanent. And then I thought, why would I do it twice? I'm so convinced that this engine's going to run that I'm going to go ahead and do it proper. Anyways, I think this was an old weld cable or something once. This is heavy copper. It's probably worth $1.50 at the scrapyard. Let me find a knife to... Let me use my rotating knife on it. So some people don't like these.
What is these?
These are replacement battery deals.
Clampies.
And you know what? I've got to use my rotating knife on it again.
Terminals.
Let me use my rotating knife to open this.
That is a unique smell.
I need the black one. Anyways, they think that they don't last. You know what? They don't. But I had them. I had this. The two shall be married now. Ooh, somebody cut some of this wire. What's going on here?
A spinning knife.
The rotating knife didn't do that. I think I did it with the pliers. Actually, I should probably just cut this off because it was all
mangled.
Yeah,
and soldered.
Let me use the rotating knife again. See what I'm doing here?
Oop, I'm trying, but I'm tripping and slipping. I've got an absolute booby trap.
I know, that's my scaffold plank.
Well, and I slipped on the clamp wire, the welding
Remember when I
clamp wire.
said, hey, you're going to hurt yourself?
No, you didn't say that. You went, I hurt myself.
Yeah.
Is that I'm supposed to take that as warning?
Well, I think you didn't cut this video right. Last time when I was working on a Suburban and I had a video and I came around and I said, the vehicle's waking up, it's trying to help me be successful. It's all of a sudden like it's cooperating. That thing had started cooperating at some point and it started getting with the program, right? I mean, we've had some really good success.
I had some clip like that in there.
Yeah, anyways.
I watch hours of footage.
This has not done that yet. This is still fighting me every step of the way. It wants to argue, push back, fight.
You'd think it'd hop too quicker because it sees that the Suburban's doing better.
Yeah.
And the Suburban was a trendsetter here, okay? It came last, and it finished first. The tortoise and the hare.
Well, it was in the way, and I had to finish. You know, this is kind of Mary's car. It's not really, because I was building it, but you were so in love with it, and you named it and everything. So
how would you not name it Jetson?
It's kind of your deal. Let me use my power wire brush here to clean that. Yeah. This looks pretty good.
That's a shot pool noodle now. Shop baloo.
Let's see if we can. Next thing we gotta do is wire up the ignition. Put that fuel tank on. And in theory, this is just gonna put some gas in it and it's just gonna start.
It'll be just good enough to get it to start?
No, it'll be just enough perfect that it'll run perfect. And it'll just, it'll have oil pressure and everything will be cool. I don't have a gauge, so I'm gonna assume it'll have oil pressure. Let me
Didn't you put a gauge on your Suburban so you could see the oil pressure?
Yeah, because I love that engine.
You don't get this luxury.
I don't love this car. Let me find the right wrench. I think it's 8mm. Oh man, am I good at this?
It's only because the camera's going. It's the opposite of usual,
Don't quit your day job.
Like you was saying a couple weeks ago. You're doing everything right, and then all those fail videos come from, they were doing it, and then somebody got out of camera.
Yeah, we don't have too many fail videos. It's either because my stuff is so awesome, or I'm so awesome, or we just haven't done enough filming yet.
Or you tell me, delete that one. And I do right
That's
then.
only when my attitude goes south. Which can happen easily. Battery, so this would be our 12 volts in on this guy, which I can use.
If you say so.
What's that?
Your 12 volts in.
Oh, yeah. It might not work. What do they say? Albert Einstein? No. Thomas Edison made that light bulb, and it took him how many ever times, and he's learned all this stuff that didn't work.
Yeah, he says, I didn't fail to make a light bulb 1,000 times. I learned 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb or something like that.
So
I don't know. The guy had a lot of other problems.
well, he's dead now, so.
Yeah, who's one now?
When you're using a big one that's totally ridiculous for.
Your little U.
Yeah, because.
They look like little Lego hands, the yellow ones.
I like to fold the wire over because then it doubles it up and all of a sudden it fits in there a lot better.
Ooh.
That's a tech tip. That's free. You guys can use that anytime you want.
If your wire's not thick enough, just fold it.
Yeah. Just fold it in half. And then when you shove that in there, you got to put it up to where you can kind of see it coming through the other half. Because if you don't, then you pinch it and you think I got it, and then it'll fail on you. These are known for failures. Battery. Remember the other day when I said I don't use impact guns for tightening stuff?
What is that?
I lied. No, well, you can use them if you just...
Not allotting it.
You got to make sure that you've got it. I don't even know if this key switch works. I could be doing all this and still we're going to be jumping wires and...
No, there's only one way to find out if it does work is by freaking wiring it up.
Why would I keep something that doesn't work, Mary? Who ever heard of such
Put
nonsense?
your old non-working solenoid in your nice box, so...
Yeah. I said that earlier. I said if I put that here, then in 5 years I'll think it works. No, it's going to go in the garbage.
We could throw it through a window first.
What kind of window are you talking about?
We got lots of windows.
No, we need all those. Winter's coming. Whose child are you?
Jenny's.
She's a destructor, huh?
No. Maybe I learned it from my siblings.
I believe that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's great.
It's wanting to give me some fight back.
You're of the era of children where they tied a ribbon to a stick and said, go play. That's what that reminded me of.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You think I was born in the 1840s?
Yeah, I know you danced around with a ribbon on a stick.
How would I have if I wasn't born in the 1840s?
I played around with a ribbon on a stick.
I never have.
Oh, you're missing out, man. That's good times.
All the time I wasted. All that money on Christmas presents.
All you needed was a string on a stick.
Ball on a stick so it doesn't get lost. Alright. That should be it. Now I just have to have this go to the starter solenoid. And I'm going to use another one of these big fork ones. And if I was a really cool guy, maybe I am a cool guy. I think I have a box in there. Like a plastic.
You have lots of boxes.
A plastic box. We can mount this in and then it won't fall over and fall into the fan right when it starts.
Well, you don't want to put it on your fender edge?
Yeah, maybe. Come on over here and I'll show you how this works and then you'll be enlightened.
I come around the other way. Come around the other way.
That's off. So yellow one goes over here to this doodad. And then,
Do that.
and then
Do
I'll
that.
have to tighten that with my vice grip fingers. Actually, that worked pretty good.
Your channy grips.
My channy fingers. Okay. And then we put the wire under the oil cap.
Oh, yeah. It's looking good already.
This one goes here because that's where I want it. Oh, shoot. I might need to use a wrench on that one. My channy fingers weren't as good. I thought about putting a circle one on there, but then I just knew I couldn't get the nut on without dropping it, so.
Learned from past experience.
And then this one is my power one, which I have to now loosen that. Maybe I put it in here. So let's see what happens. Is it in gear?
Mm-hmm. It's blocked.
Will it run us over?
Oh, one way to find out.
Let's live on the edge.
Soft knees, baby. It can kiss the Capri again.
You know, if we put gas in it, I bet it would run.
Yeah, I think we've run into this problem before starting it without a gas attached.
Well, I mean, that's good enough for me. This is what I'm saying is I got live power there.
It's just close enough?
No, I mean, that cranks over good enough for me.
Just enough.
It's just a good enough?
Yeah. There you go.
Anyways, that's what I was saying about having some kind of a box. So I set that down, the wires don't short out, but I've disconnected the power. Let me go get the gas can put on it.
Gas can.
So Mariana had a good idea. She said, this is an old piece of junk filter and tubing. It was on that 6-cylinder Chevy we threw away for. I only saved this because I wanted to take these clamps off. And she says, why? I said, well, because they're good American-made U.S. Oh, never mind. Taiwan. Oh, no, that's American. And I said, well, I have a whole... I'll show you. I have a whole bucket of them. Give me a second. Stand by.
He does have a whole cardboard box of them.
Now, I know there's other guys out there that are doing this. But these are all my clamps over all the years.
And a radiator cap and a hose. Hey, you got hose in there.
Yeah, I do. That might be what we need. Oh, it's hard as a bone.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, a knife.
Anyways, these ones are terrible. I should throw them away. They're older than beans, and you got to use screwdrivers. but I like these because then I can use this to take them apart. Anyways, we need the filter. Not because it's good, because it's a connector to the...
Connect the hose that's already in the car and the hose that's on our go-kart tank. Gas can, lawnmower tank.
If I put that there, I can trip over it later. Oh, no.
Will it hold gas?
Oh, sure it will.
Why you say oh no then?
Because I thought it was a Fram one. Everybody hates Fram. Fram's terrible. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't use them because I'm afraid that they might be right. But these ones, I don't really like these ones.
Yeah, they're no good for reusing. They usually
I
just rust.
I don't
through.
save them.
What's fun though is even though we have this box of them, we never have one that's the right size right off.
Hey, it can go either way. I wonder which way is the right way.
Does it have an arrow on it?
Not anymore. This thing's older than beans. It flows better this way.
Okay.
So we'll do it that way. We'll
Put it on here. Ooh, it smells like dirty old gasoline.
Has to do a couple extra blows to be sure.
Well, you know, you put something in your hand and you think you got it right. Could you imagine if I was a surgeon?
That's how I felt with 2 pieces of paperwork a couple days ago that looked the same on the outside, but one was for you and one was for Mom.
So we didn't.
Off?
We didn't check for spark yet, so I put my tester in there and we're going to check for spark.
It's even the right length.
Go in your home.
Struggle, struggle, struggling. Do, 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 do.
All right. So now, because I've connected it to the pump, it should be like magic. It should just. Let's find some gasolina. Oh, let's check for spark first, man.
That feels a lot more secure than the
Scooch over.
Suburbans was.
Scooch over.
I'm scooching.
Let's see if it has spark.
I look
Before
at the
I put
spark.
gas in it. You just put that power.
You think I should put my hands in wires in the
Did you
fan?
see the little box I put on?
Oh no, we haven't showed the people your little box.
Put a little box on there. All right, watch for spark.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh, dead dinosaurs and she's ready to roll. That's all she needs.
Yeah, and you were bullying Jetson earlier.
You know, it needed to be said. It injured me, and now it's like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna help you out. Yes, I hope you will. Where did I put the gasolina? Oh, it's in there. Yeah, let's get it. Oh, there's just enough.
Oh really?
Just enough, yeah.
Where's your funnel go?
Right here. And that's just clean enough.
Yeah, it's got a little drippies still, but it'll be fine.
So while we're joking and goofing around, and just before we hear this thing make all this noise and make us feel like heroes, like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can see how many we're at. I think today when we're filming this, we're at 194. We need to get to 200. No, we need to get to 1,000. And the reason is because then I can start getting monetized, which means money, which means I can buy better stuff. And, you know, the cost everything is today, that would be really cool to have better stuff. And so share it with your friends. How much does it think we need? Is that enough?
Just enough. Yeah,
Is that-
it covers your hose.
Yeah, because I don't have the radiator in yet. We don't want to run it too long.
Is one of the radiators the one on the wall?
Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, the wall, not the fence.
No,
we got radiators galore.
Yeah.
They grow like wild radiators.
So, this thing has never, ever, ever run. Ever. I bought the frame of the truck with a non-running engine. I threw away the body. It was rusty. I bought this as a non-running vehicle with no engine. I put the two together. I've welded them all together. I've shortened the frame. I've connected the steering. What I have left is the radiator. The drive lines and everything are in it. In fact, I've plumbed from the fuel tank up and everything. The only thing I have left to do is the clutch and brake, firewall, the sheet metal, and then just make it cool. So let's see if she'll run now. Should I pour a little in the? Should I put a little down the carburetor?
Yeah, probably. All right, ghetto. It's got holes in it, Dad.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on, that's too expensive to waste. Do over. Hey, what do I have in this?
I don't know. Waft it, okay? Chemistry rules. I want to waft it.
I don't know. It doesn't smell like anything.
It smells like a cleaner.
No.
Yeah, it does.
So, can I
Give it a taste.
Will this plastic take a spray bottle for the?
One way to find out.
Where do I pour this? Hey, how about I pour this in the aluminum cup here? Yeah, it looks like some kind of weird.
That's what I said. It smells like a cleaner.
We'll give her the ketchup. See, when somebody says that on YouTube, put her in the ketchup. That's a red line on the RPMer. They're like, what?
Mm.
Oh, you stupid. It's soap. Look.
Yeah, I told you, a cleaner.
I bet it's your bubble crap from when you were 7.
I didn't live in this house when I was 7.
9?
I turned 10. We moved here just before I turned 10.
Well,
I turned 21 soon, in case you're losing track of time.
well, that's next Saturday. I know. I was there when you were born.
So was I, but I don't remember.
Oh, you were cute. All right, we're gonna need to How are you gonna get all this done at once?
I'm a pro.
Let's put some soap and gasoline together. And you see the plastic.
See, and that's on women not having pockets.
That smells like it's flammable.
They say that people who like the smell of gasoline are more likely to be drug addicts, and I went, yeah, anybody's likely to be a drug addict when there's drugs as easily as there is that.
So this is a brand new $69 J.C. Whitney or whatever, eBay, I don't remember.
Brand new as of a couple years ago.
Well, yeah. That's probably enough. I don't know if that intake manifold or made it's going to work. I don't know if it has pinhole vacuum leaks. I don't know anything.
We'll see if it bubbles with soap and gas.
Yeah, maybe. I know it has no muffler on it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. I got to use my hand on this.
Oh yeah,
Well, now I don't have enough hands.
you're getting. I think you got to go around with the step stool and stand on the edge.
Yeah, maybe. It could be that we have soap in there.
I told you it smelled like a cleaner.
Hey, you want your engine clean? Yeah, put some soap in with it.
A little drop here and there.
Alright. Uh-oh. 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 Uh.
Oh no.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, maybe I'm going to be able to hold this and do that. It's noisy.
Well, you don't have a muffler.
It's not happy, but hey, that's the raw power of Ford right there, buddy. Still backfires a little bit.
Keeps you on your toes.
I think we'll go dig out the muffler system I have for it and see if we can maybe put that on.
Oh yeah, because mufflers were so much fun last time.
Yeah, no, this is a real muffler off the truck. It should. It's just
Oh,
magically.
the one we pulled out from underneath?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to find the little piece on the front that was where I hacksawed it off. But
So it's the same problem with different pieces?
yeah, it should be all right. It seems to run good though. I mean, I can't hear any valve train or nothing, but you don't know until we take it out on the road and stuff. But hey, it works.